girls, I hope you guys are all doing great. This is the nail art design we're going to be working on today. It's very easy to do. I'm going to be working on my dominant hand again, just so I could give you guys more tips, or so you guys could get more tips from watching. The first thing you girls are going to have to start by doing is by applying a French tip manicure in the color of your choice. I never mentioned the colors, girls, just because you guys already have your colors. The colors you have chosen are your favorite ones, so I just figure you should use your favorite colors. But I do receive many messages asking me what colors I use, so I'm going to let you guys know exactly from now on what colors I'm using. This time for the French manicure, the color I'm using is by Santee, and the name is, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to show you guys there, it's Neon Orange M58. So that's the color I'm using for this French tip manicure. The next thing I'm going to do, girls, is, I'm not sure if the design is coming out very good because there's so many shimmers, but the first thing I'm going to do on top of the French manicure, I'm going to do a middle side swipe in white. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to get my white polish, and I'm going to swipe starting from this end, and I'm going to go that way, okay? Okay, and I'm just going to swipe it like that. Okay, that's all I've done. I'm going to do it one more time just because it's a little too light. Okay, so I'm just going to swipe it like that. Swipe it like that. Okay, so that's all I've done. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get my nail art polish, and I'm not sure if the design is coming out very good because there's so many shimmers, girls. I'm going to do 3 lines. Starting from this corner here, I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3 using my nail art polish. So that's the next step. So I'm going to start right here. Let me put my polish over here, that will help. Okay, so I'm going to do 1. Okay, that's all I've done is 1. I need to do 2 more, and they're not going to be closed at the tips. So I'm not going to start it at the same spot. I'm going to start it a little bit farther away, and I'm going to go 2. Okay, so I've done 2. 1 more, and we'll be all done. And I know it's a lot more difficult working on your dominant hand, but you do need to practice, and that's all you need. 3. Okay, so we have 3 lines on the side. The next thing we're going to do is, we've already done the white side swipe, and then we've done the 3 lines. The next thing we're going to do is, I'm going to get my glopping piece of paper, and let me hold my hand still. It's a little bit hard to show you because of the orange color. Let me see if I can, well, let me see there. Okay, there's orange dots going all around the lines we just made. So that's the next thing we're going to do. I'm going to glop my piece of paper with the neon orange. Okay, I'm going to get my dotting tool, or you can use a sharpened pencil, and I'm going to use the really thin tip. So I'm going to dip it, and I'm going to start in this corner. Oops. Okay, I'm going to start in this corner, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to start going downward, 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 sort of like forming a V. Now from the other side, which is this one right here, we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to dot, 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 and dot, just like that. Okay, so what we did is formed a V. Next thing we're going to do is in the middle of the white, let me see if I could hold it in an angle where you guys can see better. Okay, in the middle of the white line we just made, we're going to dot it with orange dots. We're going to use the thick part of our nail dotter, and we're going to dip it, and all we're going to do is 4 dots. So we're going to do 1. Okay, we're going to do 2, and as you guys can see, because this is my dominant hand, I have to have control over it at all times. So I'm always holding it up, as you can see. I'm always holding it, supporting it with my finger. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to glop our piece of paper with white, because we're going to fill in the dots we just made with white. So I'm going to get my small part of my nail daughter. I'm going to dip it, and very lightly I'm just going to touch the middle. Very, very lightly, because I just want a little bit. Okay, maybe not that little. It's just hard because it's my dominant hand, like I said, so it's a little hard or difficult to know how much you're putting. Okay, so that's what we've done so far. The next thing we're going to do is, in this corner over here, we've added a white dot. So that's the next thing I'm going to do. I'm going to dot it with my big part of my nail daughter, and in this corner all I'm going to do is, let me see, all I'm going to do is, oh, that's not a good dot. So let's do it again. A dot. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do in the middle of that dot, I'm going to dot it with pink. So I'm going to get my small part of the nail daughter, and I'm just going to dot the middle very lightly. Okay, just like that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, and we're almost done, girls. In my nail art, I'm using 3 sizes of stones. I'm using the 4 mm. Let me see if I can find a finger that I can show you better with. Okay, I'm using the 4 mm, the 2 mm, and the 1 mm. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to get my, first of all, I'm going to use my big rhinestone, which is the 4 mm. You see right here. So I'm going to get my clear polish, and I'm going to place the first big one. I'm going to place it up, wait a minute, right there. Okay, up in the corner where you see here, in between the 3 lines I made. That's the first one. So I'm going to glop in between, right here, right there. And it has to be a generous glop because the rhinestones are pretty big, but they will stick if you glop them with a good amount. Next, I'm going to pick one of the big stones, okay, and I'm going to place it right there. Okay, and as soon as I'm done, after a while, I'm going to re-glop this in the top, and then about an hour later I'm going to put a fresh top coat. The next size I'm going to be using is the 2 mm. So let me move my rhinestones to the 2 mm. So I'm going to get my glopping polish, and I'm going to place this one on the first one we made, which is right there. Okay, on the first line we made. That's where you're going to place it, the 2 mm size. Okay, so I'm going to pick my stone, and I'm going to place it right there. Right there on the first line. Now the last one, we're going to place it in between the last and the second line, and the last size is going to be the smallest size, which is the 1 mm, which I also like a lot, especially to accent, which is going to be this one, the 1 mm. So that one we're going to place it right there in the middle. So, and I already had one ready, so I'm just going to pick it from here because they're so small, and I didn't want to waste your time trying to pick one. Okay. So there it is, girls. That's the design. It's very easy to do. You girls can try it out in your favorite colors. Use colors that you like. I mean, you guys have your chosen colors already, but if you would like to try this one, any orange will do. In case not, you already know the name of the color. Take care, girls. Thanks for watching. Be safe, and I'll be seeing you girls soon. Bye, girls.